Greetings. In my video I want to discuss a film of interest to me. This film called Memento from director Christopher Nolan. For me this film has become one of the most difficult to understand, but the problem he raised pushed me to understand what is happening on the screen. The problem that he raised concerned the role of memory in human life. And today I want to show this analysis to you. The film tells the story of a former investigator of an insurance company, Leonard Shelby. His wife was killed by bandits, and he himself suffered a head injury in a fight with them, and now only remembers what happened before the injury. In the present, he can only remember what happened during the last 15 minutes, and then the memories completely disappear. The memory of a person is different. That memory which is carried out due to the temporal patterns of neural connections is called short-term. It exists in the human mind. In his subconscious, there is another, long-term memory which is capable of holding information for a long time. The disease that Leonard acquired due to an injury is called anterograde amnesia. That disease causes cognitive impairment, as a result of which it is impossible to transfer information from short-term memory to long-term. Lenny decided to devote his whole life to the search for his wife's killer. He came up with a system of special notes, photographs and tattoos, from which he received information about important events directly in the short-term memory. Thus Leonard, as it were, transferred his long-term memory to an external medium. In the film, the story of Leonard himself is sometimes replaced by the stories of certain Sammy, the man whose insurance business long before the injury was investigated by Leonard. Sammy had the same illness as Lenny, but he did not have a system of notes and tattoos, and therefore Sammy was helpless and like Lenny. Sammy's wife loved his husband very much and believed that she could return his memory to him if she put her life at stake. She was sick with diabetes and asked her husband to give her insulin injections sometimes. Once she asked to give her injections of insulin several times in a row, hoping that Sammy would remember that she had already given an injection today. But he did not remember. His wife died, but he did not even remember this. Lenny is looking for his wife's killer throughout the film, which is divided into short scenes alternating with dark screen. So the director gives up some of what Leonard should feel every 15 minutes to us. Lenny is helped by a man named Teddy, who sometimes begin to arouse suspicions on the hero, exactly until the moment when Lenny does not forget about it. At the end of the film, when Lenny catches up and kills a man who, it seems to us, was the killer of his wife, Teddy tells Lenny that all this was just a game started by Teddy himself. The man killed by Leonard was a drug dealer, and he was extremely rich, and Teddy could now take his money. Leonard threatens Teddy with a gun, but he does not take the threat seriously, because he knows that Lenny is not capable of killing, except the cases touching his murdered wife. But that is not all. Shocked by what happened, Lenny cannot believe that he was decided, because his system of notes and tattoos led him to this man. Then Teddy reveals another secret to Lenny. His wife did not die in the bandit attack. All they did with her and endure Lenny, leaving a head and memory injury. Lenny himself killed his wife with an injection of insulin when she tried to return his memory to him. His mind himself came up with the story that Sammy, one of Leonard's former clients, killed his wife. Lenny doesn't believe Teddy. Lenny doesn't want to believe him. And then he just burns a photo of the drug dealer he killed, whom himself considered the killer of his wife. And after a minute, everything forgets again. The director of the film perfectly demonstrates the whole burden of a person's life without memory, because he in fact is deprived of his past. He can be decided by others. He can be decided by himself. Leonard loses his opportunity to become part of society again due to his illness, and is forced to catch the glare of the sun all his life. Thanks for your attention.